Hello and good evening. My name is Nancy Hetker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And tonight I'm here live at an unusual time because I got my 2021-2022 annual catalog pre-order today. And I was pretty excited about it and wanted to share it with whoever might be here with me today. And if you are watching on replay, welcome. Sorry I missed you live, but yeah, I just wanted to show you stuff. Here is the catalog. I can only show you the cover. I cannot show you all of the goodies inside. But if you are in Australia and you would like a copy of this catalog and would like me to be your demonstrator, just drop me a line and I'd be happy to get one of these out to you. Let's see what I received today. So demonstrators can pre-order a month before the catalog goes live, but for the annual catalog, it's usually only a small number of items from the catalog, but always the new in colors. So I have those to show you. Let's see how glary it is. We'll take the plastic off so that you don't have my ring lights glaring at you. This one is called Evening Evergreen. I was going to grab a couple of pieces of cardstock so you could see how they differ from existing colors. These are going to look ugly next to each other. I can tell you that right off. Shaded spruce is what I'm looking for. Okay, so Evening Evergreen and Shaded Spruce. So, you know, they are very different. This is much darker, but it is a much bluer green than Mossy Meadow. So, that's how those compare. But this is nice. This is, it's very dark, very rich. Has the same kind of intensity as Pretty Peacock to me. And that's going to be pretty cool to play with. This one is Fresh Freesia and Freesia, I don't know. And at first glance, it looks a lot, it strikes you as like purple posy, but in fact, it's deeper than purple posy. This is grayer, and it's, yeah, and this is pinker. What did we used to have? Was it Lovely Lilac or, yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but, oh, Orchid, something Orchid. Orchid Opulence, maybe? That's what it kind of reminds me of, but I'd have to go see if I could play with something online to see how close that was. This one is called Polished Pink. And get these out of here. So if I bring in a couple of our other pinks, so there's Magenta Madness. So you can see it's not as magenta. That's Flirty Flamingo, which is much more orange. And this is Melon Mambo. So this, somebody said it reminded them of Strawberry Slush, and yes, but I think perhaps less intense of pink. I don't know, but these two I think could work together pretty nicely, which is always fun to see. And then we have Pale Papaya. Get that one open here. and it's like a papaya. It's not quite, it's a very yellow orange. And so, you know, pumpkin pie is very orange. Crushed curry is very yellow. I have one piece of Grapefruit Grove left, and I wondered how that compared. Yeah, it's much more orange, much deeper also. And I think this is much lighter than Peekaboo Peach. Somebody was saying that they reminded them of Peekaboo Peach, but I think this is much, much paler. And I think it's more pale, more yellow than, remember we had crisp cantaloupe? So I think this one is really quite new. I was wondering, what do we have here? It's Flirty Flamingo. I wondered how it would look with Calypso Coral. That could work nicely. Yeah, I think those could be good together. I like to just play around with new stuff like that. They do have some color suggestions, which I will put up as a resource for people when I get the chance. This one is Soft Succulent. And I think this is my favorite one out of all of them. I think it's gonna be, well, it's gonna be nice with a lot of them, but it's gonna go very, look at how nice that is with the Evening Evergreen. But it's actually it's gonna be, both of these are gonna be nice with each of these colors, I think. And then if you were wondering how this compares to Just Jade, which I was, it's a little grayer. But that might work as an interesting combination. What do you think? Yeah, I think that could be interesting. Okay, so that's the cardstock. I got myself one full package of the A4 cardstock in each color. And I got the Stampin' Write markers and the ink pads. And the re-inkers. You gotta have those. Coordinate. There we go. And I got the blends, because you know I love coloring with blends. And then there are ribbons that go with each color. So I was going to open up one of these and see what the ribbon was like. They've been doing a good job recently of making stuff that's nice to use, good to tie with. I call this open weave ribbon. I think we'll see why here. Yeah, it's got this open weave part in the center. It's a little stiff. Let's see how it ties here. Oh yeah. That's going to make nice bows. Yeah, that's nice stuff. And like I said, there's all of these. So, just like last year, I am going to be offering an in-color club for folks here in Australia. I will have details of that up on Facebook and my blog, just ASAP. And what that means is, I can give you the outline. You would get, each month you would get the products that go with one color. So you would get, say the first month you'd get polished pink. You get a polished pink stamp pad, you get a polished pink refill, you'd get 2 meters of the polished pink ribbon, you get the polished pink Stampin' Right marker, you'd get 8 sheets of the polished pink A4 cardstock, and you would get, I think it's 8 sheets. I didn't get any in this order, but again, the 6x6 designer series paper pack, you would get 8 sheets of that double-sided designer series paper, and you would have you would get the colors. Here we go. This is the other thing I didn't show you. The in-color jewels, so you would get all of the polished pink jewels that come in a pack. You would also get, so all of that would be $40, I believe. You can add on postage if you want me to ship it to you somewhere in Australia, or you can come pick it up at my place in Melbourne. You also have an option for $15.50 to add on the pack of Stampin' Blends. Yeah, so that's the In Color Club. It's a way to, over the course of 5 months, to get everything without having to buy everything at once. So, like I said, that'll be on my Facebook page and my blog quite soon. What else? Oh, and I did get something else to share with you. Let me just clear all this away here. Sorry if I sound a little bit out of it this evening. I am feeling much, much better, but I got my first COVID-19 vaccine yesterday, and I felt fine afterwards, but when I woke up this morning, I managed to get some stuff done, but I was, by mid-morning, I was dragging, and I had to just basically lie down and sleep for several hours, and then now I'm functioning again, but apparently I'm kind of dragging in my talking. So this is Beauty of the Earth Suite, and it has the Beauty of Friendship stamp set, the Beautiful Tree dies. This is a bark 3D embossing folder. Nice thick heavy impression, which is awesome, and I love these trees. And it is a 2-step stamping set, and then Beauty of the Earth designer series paper. So we need to open this up and look at it. It always looks so much better in person than it does online or even in the catalog, but I loved it just from what I saw online. I was going to open this up and take a look at it too. Okay, so these are, I believe, also reversible. Like these ones that have the gray shadows, I think are designed to be used either right side up or back side up to be So you can do 2 steps with that, as well as the two steps on the tree trunk. And you notice they now have the images printed on the back. This actually comes around to the back, and it's got the images of the set there. The idea being that you would be able to, I think they're going to get rid of one of these plastic sheets, perhaps the heavier one. And the idea is going to be that you can just stick your stamps right on that and be able to see where they are and where they go. So that's a change that's coming up with stamp sets in this catalog. If it's carrying over from the previous catalog and you're just, I'm sorry about that, until they run out of stock. So there's those. Now let's look at the DSP. So green and yellow trees and a nice wood grain. You know me, I always have to stroke my paper. Oh, and here's another one. I love these colors. Now, what were the colors in this? Bumblebee, Cajun Craze, Cinnamon Cider, Early Espresso, Mary Merlot. That's what this reddish tone is. Mary Merlot, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Old Olive, and Whisper White. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And this is one that you can cut into card front panels, and you know, just cut it up and there you go, and put a sentiment on it or add some more to it. Oh, and look, there's green watercolor impression evergreen trees. Nice, nice, nice. 2 of those. Oh, that's pretty. This is just perfect right now here in Australia because it's autumn. I know it's spring in North America, but it's autumn here, so it's nice that we've got something seasonally appropriate in this catalog for us. Oh, and there's blue sky. I suppose it could be water too, but it looks like blue sky to me. That's pretty. Pretty, pretty. Uh-oh. Oh, hello. Welcome back. I'm so sorry. When I got that phone call, it must have interrupted my feed. I'm going to start with the DSP again because I'm not quite sure when it cut out. So I'll go kind of quickly in case it is a repeat. But there are these green and bumblebee trees with a wood grain on the back side. And these lovely leaf and tree designs. And what I was saying was that you can cut it in half and then cut it into sections for cards. One sheet will get you 6 card fronts, which is a really cool thing to be able to do. And on the back, oh yes, the watercolor impression of evergreens there. And I know I was saying that I'm really liking this piece because it is autumn here in Australia, as those of us here know, and it's nice to see something seasonally appropriate for us, along with the blue skies. And this one's good, I think, year-round. It's also very pretty. On the back of that. Oh, blue sort of snowy evergreens. We don't get snow here in Melbourne, but they do up in the high country. More autumn leaves. Love it. Warm, pretty. That's nice. Ooh. So here, I know in the catalog, I've seen them, they took this die, this one, and you see it cuts the outline, but it also cuts like a leafy Wow, that's sticky tape. But it doesn't stick on there, yay! So it's cutting the leafy canopy on this paper. Just stunning. Stunning, stunning. Looking forward to that. Yep. And then some more trees that you can cut out, and their size just right. They'd fit nicely on a card front. Oh, and then just a green wash. Again, that would be nice to use with cutting out a tree or leaves or those leaves. Yeah. Gonna have fun with this paper, I can tell. So that's what I have. Thank you for joining me tonight. There is a lot more good stuff coming up in this catalog. We've just barely touched the surface. And I'm excited to play with it over the next year with you. This catalog is good from May through the end of April next year. So again, if you need a copy of the catalog, there are 176 pages of great stuff. Some neat new dies, obviously new stamp sets, returning favorites. If you want a copy, let me know. Happy to get it to you. And yeah, thanks for joining me. I will see you next week, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Time. You can check my classes and events page for a link to check what time that is where you're watching. And I do that every week, Wednesday mornings. Hope you join me. And I actually do some crafting then. So yeah, come out and see me. And thanks for joining me here. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.